Taylor Swift's universe just refuses to slow down. First up, Donna Kelce and Andrea Swift were spotted hanging out in Kansas City, proving the future in-law bond is going strong. And then, in true spooky season style, Taylor and Travis's engagement gets immortalized as skeleton decor in New Orleans, because why not?
Last year it was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the proposal.
Next, Taylor flips late-night TV on its head with her first-ever takeover episode on Seth Meyers.
Oh, hey. What's up?
But drama follows. Her rumored Super Bowl halftime deal crumbles, sparking boycott chatter after Bad Bunny's name surfaces instead. Meanwhile, at Selena Gomez's wedding, Taylor cracked jokes about Selena beating her to the altar. And finally, Swifties lose it over her George Michael cover father figure produced by none other than Max Martin. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more football meets pop royalty, Donna Kelce and Andrea Swift were spotted hanging out in Kansas City like two moms who have suddenly become VIPs on the celebrity bestie circuit. A month after Travis dropped the knee and Taylor said yes, the future in-law squad is already warming up like it's preseason for family bonding. And of course, because nothing in this saga happens low-key, Randy Mahomes decided to casually share a snap of her September crew that just so happened to include Andrea and Donald. Subtle flex, right? Now the backdrop wasn't just some random diner, it was the shiny new 1587 restaurant, which Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce cooked up together. The name? Basically their jersey numbers smashed together like a bromance math problem. The place has been hyped for over a year and a half, and when it finally opened, Patrick decided to use his 30th birthday bash as the official taste test. Think steaks, champagne, and probably at least one guy yelling, "Run it back!" between bites. But while Kansas City's living on ribeye and touchdowns, the Swifties are counting down to Friday, October 3rd, because Taylor's dropping her latest album, The Life of a Showgirl. And because she doesn't do anything halfway, she announced it during Travis's own New Heights podcast. Like imagine your mom listening in just to hear wedding talk and boom, surprise album. Classic Taylor move. Meanwhile, Travis is balancing plays and place cards. After a rough 0-2 start, the Chiefs crawled back to 2-2, so the football side of his life is finally breathing again. But wedding planning? Yeah, that's clearly another full-time job. And let's not forget, he's about to hit the big 3-6 on October 5th. Perfect timing for a birthday/engagement victory lap, except the NFL calendar is rude. The guy has Monday Night Football in Jacksonville, so if you're picturing candlelit cake with Taylor, don't. And speaking of celebrations not going exactly how you'd picture them, let's rewind to the actual proposal, because of course, in true Kelce Swift fashion, it wasn't just dinner, roses, and a violinist hiding in the bushes. Nope. Insiders say it went down in what can only be described as a Halloween fever dream, a skeleton-filled yard garden. Imagine walking into what looks like a Tim Burton after-party, only to leave with a rock so big it probably needs its own zip code. Honestly, only these two could turn Till Death Do Us Part into literal décor. Down in New Orleans, this spooky meets satirical vibe has found its perfect shrine at the famous Skeleton House. For over 2 decades, this front yard spectacle has turned trick-or-treat strolls into comedy tours, with skeletons dressed up as everyone from local legends to global superstars. And this year, the Boneyard curator decided she couldn't resist poking fun at the lovebirds. So now there's a skeletal Travis and Taylor frozen in their engagement moment, complete with a giant fake ring so blinding it might need sunglasses. Honestly, it's like Halloween said, "Let me be your maid of honor."
Last year it was all about Taylor Swift because Taylor was coming to town, so they went all out with the Taylor Swift thing. This year, it's the proposal.
Swifties might remember that last year the display went all in on the Eras Tour, but apparently the saga must continue, because when your engagement is already meme material, it's basically public property. But don't worry, Tay and Drav aren't the only ones getting the bony treatment. The yard also features music icons like Harry Connick Jr., Ernie K. Doe, Fats Domino, and even Beyoncé, who apparently got rebranded as the Great Beyond Say. Props to the designer's husband for that one. Pretty sure that dad joke just entered the Hall of Fame. And while New Orleans is turning Travis and Taylor into literal skeleton decor, Taylor herself is very much alive and thriving, and plotting her next big move, hijacking Seth Meyers' entire show. Yep. Not just a quick chat, not a performance squeezed in between some random sitcom star and a guy promoting a new cookbook. Taylor is locking down the whole episode. Insiders say the vibe is less guest and more host who brought her own snacks. Basically, late night is about to become late night with Taylor Swift featuring Seth Meyers as the guy keeping her water glass filled. The special takeover is going down October 8th, just 5 days after her new album The Life of a Showgirl hits shelves. Seth even announced it in peak Swiftie fashion, rocking one of her orange cardigans like he'd just been adopted by folklore, sipping from pastel blue merch mugs, and pulling a big reveal with the words, "Takeover 100825. Let's be real, this man went full theater kid just to get Swifties' attention. Mission accomplished.
Oh, hey. What's up?
For Taylor, this is her first time back on Seth's couch since 2021, and before that, 2014. Basically, she only pops by when she's got a cultural earthquake to deliver. This time, the whole hour is hers to dish on the new record, her creative process, and whatever curveballs she decides to throw in just to make Twitter melt down. And knowing her, there'll be Easter eggs hidden in the mugs, the rug, and maybe even Seth's tie. And speaking of Easter eggs and chaos designed to break the internet, nothing's blowing up timelines right now quite like the Super Bowl halftime saga. Yep, the NFL thought it was about to score big by locking Taylor in for the February 2026 show, but insiders say talks collapsed faster than a rookie quarterback under blitz pressure. Apparently, Taylor wanted terms that actually matched, being Taylor Swift. 14 Grammys, cultural dominance, the ability to crash Ticketmaster with a single Instagram post, but the league wasn't willing to bend their cookie-cutter deal. So she walked, and now Swifties are sharpening their boycott hashtags like they're planning a full-on stadium invasion. Instead of Taylor, the NFL rolled out their consolation prize announcement during the Packers-Cowboys game, and surprise, it's Bad Bunny. Now, don't get it twisted. Benito isn't exactly small potatoes. He basically turned reggaeton into a global religion, sold out 500,000 seats in Puerto Rico, and casually dabbles in wrestling, fashion, and film like side hustles are a personality trait. Still, a big chunk of Swift's fan base wasn't here for it. The second the news dropped, the internet lit up with downgrade jokes, and some fans swore they'd rather watch paint dry than a halftime without Taylor twirling in sequins. Dramatic? Yep. But if anyone can make the Super Bowl trend for reasons unrelated to football, it's her. Of course, NFL brass aren't sweating bullets, at least not publicly. Bad Bunny is a proven showman, and his music dominates charts worldwide, so he's going to bring the energy whether Swifties tune in or not. But let's be real, the optics are messy. Fans were dreaming of Taylor belting a 10-minute ballad while Travis Kelce holds her hand from the sidelines, and instead, they're getting Benito bunny hopping across Levi Stadium. It's like ordering champagne and being handed a very strong margarita. Great drink, but not what you asked for. And speaking of swapping champagne for margaritas, Taylor didn't let that Super Bowl drama stop her from living her best bridesmaid energy life at Selena Gomez's wedding. A lush Santa Barbara nursery turned fairy tale aisle. Selena in full bridal glow sitting next to Benny Blanco, and Taylor, fresh off her own engagement, grabbing the mic like she's both maid of honor and the unofficial stand-up act. Insiders say she had everyone cackling when she poked fun at Selena for beating her to the altar, because apparently nothing says sisters forever like roasting each other on the biggest day of your life. Classic Tay, slipping a rom-com punchline right into the vows.
And I do trust her. I think she has good judgment. I think that she's going to do amazing things with her life. She's incredibly intelligent.
Right.
People, it would scare them if they knew how smart she is.
But here's the twist. Between the jokes, she went full Hallmark movie and left half the guest list reaching for tissues. People claim she reminded everyone how she and Selena basically survived Hollywood like war buddies, bad breakups, media storms, those what was I thinking relationships, and still came out stronger. It was less big sister speech and more we've built an emotional fortress out of friendship bracelets. Supposedly, she even got into philosopher mode, saying Selena only found love with Benny when she finally started loving herself first. Leave it to Taylor to make self-help advice sound like a chart-topping bridge. Guests say she didn't just hype Selena, she threw some major compliments at Benny too, calling him Selena's perfect match and hinting their love story was more destiny than dumb luck. By that point, even the cynics were misty-eyed, probably trying to hide it behind sunglasses. And while Selena and Benny were sealing their fairy tale moment, Swifties couldn't ignore the parallels. Since both couples started dating in summer 2023, and both ended up engaged like the universe was running some cosmic double-date script. And while Selena's vows were still echoing through Santa Barbara, Taylor was already gearing up to drop another bomb, this time straight onto her track list. Swifties did a collective double-take when they spotted a song called Father Figure on the life of a showgirl. Insiders say it's not just some random deep cut, but a full-blown cover of George Michael's 1987 classic. Leave it to Taylor to resurrect an 80s anthem and make it sound like it belongs on your For You page. Honestly, the woman could sing the alphabet over synths and it'd go platinum. Max Martin's behind the production, which makes sense since he's basically the fairy godfather of pop bangers. The last time those two teamed up, we got earworms like 22 in Trouble, so yeah, expectations are unreasonably high. And let's not forget, this isn't Taylor's first George moment. She covered Last Christmas back in her Baby Country era, proving she's been crushing Wham songs since before most Swifties knew how to spell cardigan. What makes this move extra spicy is the backstory. Both George and Taylor had their heavyweight rounds with the music industry, George battling Sony, Taylor taking on the Scooter Braun fiasco, so the symbolism isn't lost here. It's basically two rebels decades apart linking arms across time. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.